Hello students, welcome to class today. I am going to be solving a question under statistics, and we have been asked to draw a histogram for the distribution. You can see the table on the screen. Now, after we do that, we are going to find the mode and the median. Okay, the median, very important. So I'm going to show you how to find the mode and the median. So let's start with the table. Now this is the table. Now you can see on the table I have CI, which stands for class interval. We got it from the table, from the question, so we don't have problem with that. You can see it. Then of course the frequencies, we can see the frequency on the table. So that is exactly what I have as my table. Now you can see that I put in the class boundary. Now for me here, I'm going to draw my histogram using class boundaries. Some people may not use class boundaries. Some teachers will say, okay, they want to use mid value. But for me here, I'm going to be using class boundaries. So take note of that. What I'm saying is this. Once you see, this is the x, this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis of a graph. Now here is supposed to be class boundary. For me, it's going to be class boundary, and here is going to be frequency, and that is why I'm having class boundary. So let me get the class boundaries. Now this is going to be 15.5 to 18.5, and this will be 18.5 to 21.5, and it continues. Now you can see I have everything completely. Now, but I will now find this. For now, I'm not going to use it, but I'll use it later, especially when I am to calculate the median. So you find the total frequency. If you add everything here, it's going to be 120. I'm going to be using it later. Okay. Now, since I have everything, I will now draw my graph or my histogram. So let me get my graph paper. Now, here is my graph and the summary of what I need to draw the graph. So, on my x-axis, let me draw my x-axis. Then, of course, get my y-axis. Now that I have everything set, I will check for the frequency. Remember, the y-axis, we have the frequency. Then here we have the class boundary. So don't forget. Now for the frequency, I think the highest is 40. So what I would do here to make my graph look very nice, I would take centimeters should be to 5 units. That is the scale. So this will be 5. This is 10, 15, 20. So everything is now set, and here is the origin, which is 0. Now on the x-axis, that is where we have I will have to explain some things on the x-axis. Now I'm going to start here with 15.5. This is 15.5. Then I will now move. Okay, let me show you this. You see, when it comes to drawing graph, histogram using the class boundaries, you start here and you end here. You start from the lowest and you end at the on the greatest. So I'm going to start 18.5. Then I will now move around like this and come down. Okay, so just take note of that. So 18.5. The second one is 18.5. And the next is 21.5. Okay, I think this is better. So I have everything set. Now let me start with my histogram. A question that can come up from students is, why is this 0 and this is 15.5? What happened to the numbers between them? Okay, we'll now assume that the number does not affect our work. So sometimes we just put that zigzag line to just show that we are not actually looking at the numbers within that side. Okay, so let's keep it that side. Now the first 15.5 to 18.5 is 12. Now you can see that my 12 is going to be, this is 10, this is 11, 12. So it's going to be around here. So I will now have my bar. this is my bar, okay, for that 15.5 to 18.5. The next one is 36, and 36 starts, okay, this is where I will take my ruler, get my bar, you draw it neatly, good. So I have it this way. Now the next is 40. Of course, 40 starts from here. So I'm going to have my diagram, or my bar, sorry. So this is what I have. Then the next is 24. And 24, I'm going to start here. I will now take it downward. Then the last is 8. And 8 starts here. Oh, no, that is not 8. So let me take it off. 8 starts here. And I have it to this point. So I have now drawn my histogram, and it's very neat. So we are okay with the first question. Now the second question is we should estimate the mode. So we are moving now to the B part of the question. Says we should find the mode. Now, how do we get the mode? There are things that we need to know that will help us to get the mode. Now, we get the mode from the modal bar. And the modal bar is the tallest bar. And we can see that the tallest bar here is the one between 21.5 to 24.5. So what seems to be the issue here is you will now come down to the modal bar. You will check the bars that are beside the modal bar. And you pick their edges, you connect it using a ruler. See what I'm going to do? You connect this using a ruler. Okay, then you will now connect the second one as. Now you check, you see everything is okay now. So you will take note of the point of intersection. This is the point of intersection. From there, you will now read of your value. You read of your value downward. From this point, you read of your value downward to the x-axis. So now I have it here, and this juncture at this point is going to be my mode. So I need to know that. Okay, now if you check between the centimeters, we have 5 lines, and the unit there is 3. So I need to know the value of each of those lines. And to get the value of each of those lines is going to be 3/5, which is going to be 0.6. So each line is 0.6. So for me to get the mode now, I have 21, then the first line, so it's 21.5, 21.5 plus 0.6, which will now give me 22.1. But from the question, we are told that we should give our answer correct to the nearest whole number. So what I'm going to do here now is to approximate, and this gives me 22 years. So that is my mode. So that is how to find mode. Then let's go quickly to see how can we now find our median. The median. Now, of course, we know that median is actually the middle number when a particular distribution is arranged either in ascending or descending order. But for group data like this, for us to get the median, we must take note of the fact that the total frequency, I told you that I'm going to use it, is 120. So to get the median is 1/2 of it, okay, of the 120, okay, which is the total frequency. That is the position, which if you do is going to give you the 60th. Now, but this time around, we are going to use this histogram to get it. Now, listen to this explanation now. If you check, the boxes that we have here is in set of 5, 5, 5 like that. 5 lines, 5 lines, 5 lines, okay? So what we are going to do is, how many of these boxes do I need to actually give me 60? I will now do 60 divided by 5. The answer is 12. So I need 12 of it. So what I'm going to do now is to come and start counting. Now, I will not count this because it's not up to half of a box. So I will count. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have 9, but I need 12. So I need 3 more. But you see, this next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually more than 3. So what will I now do to actually get the 3 more that I need? This is how you do it. You come here, the next bar has 8, and you actually need 3 out of it. So if you subtract 3, you have 5. Since you have 5, or since we have 5, then how can we now get the 3? What we'll do is we'll now do the 3 over what? 5. Okay, which is going to give me 0.6. So what I'm going to do is to come down. After the second bar, which we have 9, I will need 0.6, a line 0.6. And coincidentally, each of these lines is actually 0.6. So it therefore means that this line is the line that will give me my median. Okay, so take it downward. Now, to get the median in number now, I have 21.5 plus 0.6. So the median will be 21.5 plus the 0.6 line that we have there, which will also give me 22.1. To the nearest whole number, it is approximately 22. Yes. So you can see that in this case, both the median and the mode are the same, approximately 22 years. So this is how we can actually calculate median using a histogram. So you can watch this video over and over if you feel you don't really get it the first time, so that you can actually understand and do it in any exam. Thank you so much for being here. I want to believe you enjoyed this video. I want to believe you are okay. So please make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos.